Hi, my name is Andrew Landka. I'm 32 years old, the father of two. I have ulcerative colitis. I've watched plenty of colonoscopy prep videos in my time. I usually watch quite a few before I go have mine done. Mine's coming up tomorrow, and I have a few tips and hints that maybe you haven't heard. I'm on my way home for my last food for about 2 days because mine's noon on Tuesday and it's 7 o'clock on a Sunday. So I'll be fasting all of Monday and most of Tuesday. Well, let's go. I'll see if I can give you some hints, pointers, tips, and you can just take a ride with me real quick. Backing out of the driveway here at the grocery store. Well, here's my first thing. Always wash your windshield before you make a video about colonoscopies. Yeah, mine's kind of filthy. Bear with me. I think I've got some points that'll actually get you through this. First of all, colonoscopy is it sounds horrible. It sounds quite a bit worse than it is. What it actually is a way of testing for things like I've got and also colon cancer. They can remove colon cancer when it's the size of a skin tag during this procedure without any problems or complications along the way. Once it gets larger than that, it becomes fatal. So, first off, that is one of the main purposes that most doctors tell people, I think around the age of 50, if you're normally healthy, that you need to start getting a colonoscopy. Most people dread that idea and that possibility, but I'm here to tell you it's not really that bad. They use what's called a twilight drug sedation. I remember some of my colonoscopies, I guess it's supposed to induce anesthesia or induce amnesia as well as be an anesthetic. It makes you sleepy. You don't feel anything. You're out of it. But from what I understand, you're still able to answer the doctor and follow some instructions as far as if he has to have you move over a little bit or, turn your head this way or that way. I really don't know what they ask you to do in these procedures. I'm mostly asleep. The biggest problem with a colonoscopy is the prep. And that's why I think, that's why I figured I'd make a video. I've done several of these. I've gotten to the point where it's not really that big of an issue anymore. I'll tell you first off, when you go to a doctor, he tells you he wants to stick a camera somewhere that you don't expect anybody to ever stick anything. And before that, he wants you to take this medicine that will make you go to the bathroom for hours on end until you're pooping clear water. Makes you think about getting a different doctor. But come to find out, this procedure is normal and is done professionally. And these preps can be done a lot easier with a few simple tips. First of all, what you buy and what you're going to need. Obviously, you're going to want some soft toilet paper. But more than that, I would buy the flushable wipes. Make sure they don't have any scent. You're going to be using a lot of toilet paper and you're going to get raw. Even with the wipes, you're going to get raw. I would go with a baby ointment for like a diaper rash. I'm a parent. I've got a 15-month-old at home. So when it comes to that, I don't have to buy any. But if you don't have kids and you're really kind of not sure what to get, just go with A&D ointment. That works pretty well. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm trying to turn everything down. As you can see, I'm taking the frontage road home. Some other things to think about. You're going to buy a ton of clear liquids, because you're going to go for the entire day without eating. Even before the prep, you're not eating. So say you wake up at 7, you're not going to start your prep until around noon, maybe sometimes around 3. So you got to get a ton of those clear liquids, and you're going to get hungry. Some people say Jell-O will get rid of that hunger. I'm not a fan of Jell-O. I like the taste, but it doesn't get rid of hunger. The closest thing I've ever come to for getting rid of hunger during one of these preps is chicken broth. Make sure it's strained, cook it on the stove, kind of gives it the feel like you're making a soup. I throw it in a thermal cup, like a coffee travel mug kind of thing, and I sip on it, usually around noon before lunch. One thing you're going to want to do to make this as easy as possible with all your clear liquids, I'm sure you've been told, no reds, no purples. I try to stay away from orange as well. That might hide something just because of the coloring. The red food coloring could get in there and make your regular colon look red, and they would miss a bloody spot. Another thing that I try to do as well is plan your drinks. You want to have a bunch of different flavors and a bunch of different things, to make sure that you don't get bored with one flavor, because that could be pretty horrible. The other thing you're going to want to do is plan it by color. Greens, blues, all these different things, they're going to color your stool, especially when it gets to watery. So if your goal is to have a perfectly clear stool, when you're actually doing the prep, you're going to want to drink perfectly clear drinks. I found at Walmart they have a gallon jug of like a fruit punch, like a Hawaiian punch, that's clear. It's absolutely clear, no color, looks like water. Tastes pretty good. There's also things like Gatorade Propel, other things that are clear that have taste, Sprite, 7-Up. Do your darker colored drinks earlier on during the day, and then go to the light and the clear. Another thing that I wanted to share is your doctor may ask you which type of prep, or if you had one that you prefer. I am a big fan of the Miralax and Gatorade method. I've had 500 different preps. I've had the gallons of stuff you have to chill and then drink, which, by the way, if you don't throw it in the fridge the day before when you mix it, if that's your prep, mix it the day before, throw it in the fridge, and because it's colder, you'll taste less of the nastiness. Heat tends to bring out more taste that you really don't want. Gatorade and Miralax. Miralax has no taste. I enjoy the taste of Gatorade. Also gives you, to me, I had no cramps. With the other stuff, you cramp up, stomach cramps, and it's not comfortable. It's not horrible, but it's not comfortable. With the Miralax, I was on the toilet for a minimum amount of time, the least I've ever been, and you're done. By the way, when you're done, when you feel like you've reached that level of clear stool that you think you're cleaned out, and you've done all the doctor's prescriptions and stuff like that, stop drinking. Within 2 hours of stopping drinking, you will stop having to go to the bathroom, and you'll be able to rest for the night. Trying to make sure I've gone over everything that I wanted to go over. What I do as a parent, they tell you to stay near the bathroom, and that's true. I've got a bathroom in our bedroom, attached bathroom. I go in our bedroom and I close the door, and if my kids want to come see me, they can come in for a few minutes, but I can't really handle much more than that, because I'll be in and out of the bathroom all night. Find a good movie and just relax. It's not horrible. It is something that could save your life if you potentially have cancer. That's about all I have. I hope this video goes well. I hope some people take my advice, and God bless.